We don't care when you call our name. We don't care, we are just the same. We ignore the race and we ignore the fight. We need a miracle. We don't care when you call our name. We don't care, we are just the same. We ignore the ways and we ignore the fight. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. We need a
Ladies and gentlemen, put the kettle on and have a cuppa because it's our second part of our UK tour here in Manchester for Friday Night SmackDown. And we are kicking off this week's episode here from the UK with the big strong boy, Tyler BATE, who is set for singles action. Yes, we have been seeing UK talent appearing at both shows. Raw this past Monday saw the Ring General Walter compete, and now tonight we see Tyler BATE, and he has tough competition. Tyler BATE goes one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton. And we've all seen Randy Orton, who has been coiled and has struck on many occasions over the past few weeks. It started with a punt to the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, who is still recovering. He's also targeted the Universal Champion, Rey Mysterio, and of course, before the end of the draft, he decided to strike once again, attacking the Street Profits. No one's safe, ladies and gentlemen. No one is safe of the RKO. Sold out crowd here in Manchester Arena, and Tyler BATE was in action this past Tuesday as part of Raw Dark. If you have not caught Raw Dark, you can do so on demand on my YouTube channel, and I want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you stay up to date with all episodes of this season of Universe. But here comes the most dangerous man on the roster, in my opinion, the Viper, Randy Orton, the apex predator of WWE. And many have felt that firsthand. He is always looking for an opportunity, and when he gets it, he takes it. And Randy Orton, there's been no explanation as to why he has targeted certain individuals. He just has, and I don't feel like those strikes are ready to stop just yet. But he is in action tonight. He is competing as opposed to turning up out of nowhere, and he does face off against the big strong boy Tyler BATE in our opening contest here on SmackDown. And if you are enjoying this season of Universe, please do make sure you smack a like on it, because this is Friday Night SmackDown, and our first contest is almost ready to get underway as Orton takes a moment and takes in this crowd here in Manchester, a chorus of boos for the Viper. And we were in London this past Monday for Raw, and the crowds here have been awesome. It's great to have been back home over the past few weeks. Our final stop is here tonight in Manchester. We also have a SmackDown Dark, which is also to come, so be sure to check that out. But here we go. Randy Orton versus Tyler Bate, and now the Orton fans hyping up. You can never quite tell with the UK fan base. And Randy Orton takes Tyler Bate down. Don't let Tyler Bate deceive you in terms of his size. He is just as strong as the very best. That's why the nickname, the Big Strong Boy. Can we get a big strong boy in the comment section of this video? Why not? Go for it right now. As Orton, drives Tyler Bate face first into the canvas. And I'm sure the Universal Champion, Rey Mysterio, is watching this one. He demanded that there be harsh action taken against Randy Orton after that punt to Kurt Angle. Shane McMahon has yet to really divulge any details about the punishment to Orton just yet. Something for us to put Maynard Raig on the case, maybe to find out what is going on. But Orton in action tonight, no suspension. And a European uppercut, nicely done by Randy Orton, trying to force back Tyler Bate, and Tyler Bate stands his ground, a chop of his own, a couple in succession. Orton replies, and a clothesline takes down Tyler Bate. Now Orton trying to crank the neck of Tyler Bate. Bate back up to his feet, a punch to the gut that breaks the clutch of Randy Orton, and Orton with a chop and a boot to the midsection, and Tyler Bate stumbles, and now the snapmare, and back to work goes the Viper. Tyler Bate will have to look to try and find a way out of this. But the pressure is being applied. Chin lock, it seems. And Bate back up. And now again breaks free from Randy Orton, and Orton snaps the arm. And back down again. Slow and methodical. Randy Orton dictating the pace of this one. And Tyler Bate has got to find a way to try and turn this around in our opening contest here on SmackDown. Again, you hear the crowd in Manchester. You'd think that Tyler Bate is the fan favourite, but clearly Orton has a portion of this crowd who does indeed support him. I'm not sure how you can support the Viper after the acts in recent weeks. Somehow they are. As Orton tried again, maybe to reapply one of those submission holds, but Tyler Bate broke free, and Bate takes up and down Randy Orton, but you can see that the wearing down tactic of Orton has taken its toll on Tyler Bate. Slow to get to his feet, but he is up now, and the big strong boy is ready to go round and round and round and round. Oh my, and back the other way. Goodness me. Things are getting dizzy, like your boy, Rascal. You like that one? I don't know. If you did, like it. Thanks. Randy Orton back up, comes forward, drop kick, blocked. I don't know how Orton managed to block that and then executes a drop kick of his own, and Orton already back and focused. I thought it might have disorientated Randy Orton after being taken up and spun around by Tyler Bate, but no such case. Orton is very focused. Bate taken up, suplex, float over and a pin. Nicely done. And draws a 2. 2 count for Randy Orton. And let's not forget, later on tonight, the baddest woman on the planet will be here. The marquee signing of the draft for SmackDown. Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the #1 draft pick by Shane McMahon, who did the deal, got it done. Contrary to what Chris Jericho says, he's not the #1 pick. keeps telling people that, it was Ronda Rousey. She will be here tonight and she will be telling us when and who she will have her first match against. But right now, we get focused on the action at hand, and BATE sidesteps the Viper. And Tyler BATE is still in this match. He's held strong. Big boot from Tyler BATE. Is this a turning point? And now BATE. Oh. Well. Oh. We're so used to Randy Orton targeting a body part. And Orton getting a taste of his own medicine. And a pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Orton gets the shoulder up. But BATE getting closer. And you would class this one as an upset if Tyler BATE does get the victory. He has the home fan advantage. Hurricane Rana. Beautiful. And BATE comes forward. Got to keep on Randy Orton. Boot to the midsection. BATE now on the second rope. Sunset flip. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, just a 1 count. Orton aware of that one. Maybe I got a little bit of ahead of myself, and Orton taking up knee to the head. Broke the hold of BATE, and a deafening chop that cuts down Tyler BATE. The first United Kingdom champion, Tyler BATE. Oh, and a knee right between the eyes, and now Randy Orton again slows it down, changes the pace to suit him. And now the crowd here in Manchester not liking the tactics of Randy Orton. BATE trying to pick up the pace. Cradles him. Oh! I pin him. Go for the pin, Tyler. No, instead, BATE goes for a submission. Submission applied. Referee asking the question of Randy Orton. If Orton thought it was going to be easy pickings tonight, he was wrong. Very wrong. BATE has given him a contest. Oh, Randy Orton. Back up. And re-establishing his authority. Stiff shot by Orton. Forcing back Tyler BATE. BATE turns the tables on Orton. What a great contest this has become. What is BATE thinking here? The big, strong boy. Oh! What a maneuver. And now Tyler BATE heads to the top rope. What's he looking for? He signals to the fans in Manchester. Oh my! 450 from the top rope. 1, 2. Oh, we were close. We were very close to having an upset in our opener. Randy Orton found a way to kick out in the nick of time. BATE though on the move. Orton up, comes forward. Tyler BATE went for the boot, didn't get it. And an uppercut from Orton. Oh, and he is irate, cursing at the fans. And now sends BATE off the ropes. Power slam, vintage Orton. 1, 2. Oh, and Tyler BATE, he's not done yet. And Randy Orton takes a look and thinks, what have I got to do to put this guy away? Well, maybe this. Dissecting Tyler BATE now, picking him apart. And Orton goads BATE, says get up, but he's not getting up unless you pick him up, and Orton has done that. Oh no. Randy Orton, with bad intentions on the mind, sends Tyler BATE to the outside, and that does not vote well for BATE. BATE just hit the barricade. Referee laying down the count. But I'm sure that Randy Orton knows exactly what he's doing. He's just inflicting pain and punishment on Tyler BATE. softening him up. And the referee up to the count of 6 here. Must be mindful of the count, Randy Orton. And head first into the hardest part of the ring apron, and the referee up to 8 now. Orton risking a count out, but he's back and he's in the ring right on 9. Knee to the back by Randy Orton. And again, and it is that slow, methodical approach which continues from Randy Orton. It's served him well thus far. But BATE has been in this matchup. It's not all been Orton, but it might be. It might just become that now. Since Orton took the tactic to go to the outside, it has pretty much nullified any offense from Tyler BATE in front of this UK crowd here in Manchester for Friday Night SmackDown. Referee asking the question at the half crab, and Tyler BATE answers it by breaking free. Backs off. Oh, got him! In! 1, 2, oh! I thought for a moment Tyler BATE had him in his pocket, but not just yet. Orton back up, but Orton in trouble. BATE, I think, was looking for the Tyler driver, didn't get it, and instead, oh no, no. Ooh, Randy Orton just hung Tyler BATE out to dry with that DDT, and now the Viper is coiled and he is ready to strike. Went for the RKO. No, Tyler BATE escaped. RKO! Oh, got him. 1, 2, 3, out of nowhere. Orton with the W, an RKO, and a devastating one. You see, Tyler BATE evaded the first time, but he couldn't. He tried to mount an offense, and boom, an RKO. And that was all she wrote, and BATE trying to recover, and what is Orton thinking now? Oh no, he's got a chair, for God's sake. What is wrong with him? Hold on! Rey Mysterio! And Mysterio, the Universal Champion, wrestles away that chair before Orton can do any more damage. Thank goodness for the Universal Champion. Well, there is Daniel Bryan. He is scheduled to take on Cassius Ohno up next, and maybe looking for a little bit of help from Drew McIntyre, who was attacked by the Kings last week, but didn't look like Drew McIntyre was interested in helping Daniel Bryan. But ladies and gentlemen, next week here on SmackDown, the striking man from Amsterdam, Aleister Black, returns to action. Welcome back to SmackDown, and it is deafening here in Manchester for the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. And we saw Daniel Bryan moments ago speaking with Drew McIntyre, and at the close of the show last week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre was attacked by Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, the Kings of Wrestling. The Kings having a bad night. Cesaro picking up a loss against Daniel Bryan, and it seemed the Kings took that loss out on Drew McIntyre, punishing Drew McIntyre for their bad night, which only meant that Drew McIntyre's evening went from bad to worse. Drew McIntyre losing to EC3 in the main event last week. If you did not see it, go and watch SmackDown from last week on demand. A very interesting turn of events regarding the $1 Million Championship. But Drew McIntyre wanting no part in helping Daniel Bryan here this evening, and Daniel Bryan takes on the other half of the Kings of Wrestling. Last week it was Cesaro, this week it is Cassius Ohno. And this bitter rivalry between the tag team and Daniel Bryan continues to rumble on. It's been going on since WrestleMania, where Daniel Bryan made his return to action, coming to the aid of John Cena and helping Cena pick up the victory against the Kings. And Cesaro will be watching this one from the back, hoping that Cassius Ohno can avenge that defeat that he picked up 1 week ago. The knockout artist will be looking to dish out a KO in our second contest here on SmackDown. And let's not forget, it was Daniel Bryan who cost the Kings of Wrestling that matchup when it was Brand versus Brand and the tag team champions collided. When the Street Profits took on the Kings, Bryan intervened and the Kings picked up another loss. A thorn in the side of the Kings of Wrestling. And Cassius Ohno comes out the block. And in fact, knocked the block off of Daniel Bryan, and now looks at this sold out crowd here in Manchester and stomps on the arm of D-Bry. Bryan back up. And Ohno quickly ties up again and takes up, and down goes Daniel Bryan, and an early pin. 1. Just a 1 count. Maybe Ohno looking to wrap this one up and put this rivalry to bed once and for all. Elbow to the back of the neck. And he snaps the neck of Daniel Bryan. And we know, it's well documented, Daniel Bryan has a history of neck issues. It's what put him on the sideline for a long time until he came out of retirement at WrestleMania. Ohno goes airborne, moonsault, perfectly done. 1, and another 1 count. And a huge boot from Cassius Ohno. And Daniel Bryan, of course, was in that grueling contest with Cesaro. Ohno much more fresh out of the two. And that shot only seemed to light up Daniel Bryan, who replies with a kick, a second, and Bryan now on the offense, a third, a forearm, and a Hurricane Rana from Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with that terrier-like attitude doesn't stop, keeps coming forward, and went for the knee, and Cassius Ohno stopped him in his tracks. Went for the elbow, got a knee for his troubles. Bryan tries again, and he gets it this time. I like one of the fans' signs in the crowd. I don't know if you caught it. Oh no, it's Cassius. I mean, that's what I tend to say when I see him in the locker room area, because these two are bad to the core, are the Kings, our tag team champions here on SmackDown. And Cassius Ohno, looking to take a risk, comes through the middle rope with a drop kick and puts down Daniel Bryan. Referee starts the count. And well, we saw Cassius Ohno hit that maneuver earlier on in the match, but double the impact on the unforgiving concrete floor. And then head first into the LED ring post, and our official being quite lenient here. This is not a no disqualification contest. Referee up to 6, 7, and Ohno back in the ring. And Bryan up to his feet, and Cassius Ohno just waits for his moment, and then a bicycle kick. Got him right in the mush. 1, 2, and Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2. And that only upset Cassius Ohno, who now just puts the boots to Bryan. And then the elbow, and that could be all. The knockout. 1, 2, no, it was just 2. Daniel Bryan somehow cleared the cobwebs in time to kick out. But Cassius Ohno, Daniel Bryan sidestepped, and look at the chest of Daniel Bryan and the offense of Cassius Ohno. And Bryan replies with those kicks, those trademark kicks of the Yes Movement. And you see Cassius Ohno tried to block the stomp, but Bryan was having none of it. Snaps the knee of Cassius Ohno, working on those tree trunk legs of one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Clips him, or is he looking for a surfboard? Are we gonna go surfing? Yes, we are. Oh, and look at this combination from Daniel Bryan. The body is not supposed to bend that way. The Dragon Sleeper, along with, look at how the legs are contorted back. My goodness, I don't know how Cassius Ohno wasn't broken in half with that move. Boot to the midsection. And Ohno rolls through, trying to steal it. 1, 2. Oh, and he was close. And Ohno got up. I think he thought he had it. Instead, runs into an elbow from Daniel Bryan and is quick to bail out. Ohno heads to the outside, comes forward. Bryan in pursuit. There is no escape for Cassius Ohno. Daniel Bryan is everywhere. And Bryan getting fired up and his crowd enjoying it. Here comes Bryan, a forearm. And our official continues to count up to 6. Bryan, aware, brings back into the ring Cassius Ohno, calling up the knockout artist. And Bryan, well, comes into the ring, hits the ropes, and a knee to the back. Maybe Bryan was in two minds as to what to go for there, but it was effective nonetheless. And Ohno in the corner now. He's on Dream Street. Not really with it is Cassius Ohno, and that has allowed Daniel Bryan to perch Ohno in a dangerous position on that top rope. German suplex inside out. 1, 2. Oh, and KO with the kick out. You see what I did there? I know, genius. But Bryan has no time to rest. Already perched on the other turnbuckle, and Cassius Ohno crawls away. He's getting out of dodge. But Daniel Bryan then goes to the other turnbuckle and got caught. Maybe that was Ohno's plan. Turns around, cyclone kick. He kicked out again. And it's beginning to get to the point now for Cassius Ohno where he's beginning to think, what have I got to do to put Daniel Bryan away? The same thoughts that ran through the mind of his tag team partner a week ago. It is very difficult to stop Daniel Bryan. He just keeps coming forward. He does not back down. And Ohno feeling that first hand drop kick from Bryan. A second. And Ohno is all over the place. It truly is oh no for Ohno. And now the yes kicks. Even our official feeling the impact of those. Oh yes! Is Daniel Bryan gonna knock off both the tag team champions? Oh, but Daniel Bryan doesn't want to end this just yet. Daniel Bryan, what's he looking for? Tope Suicida! And it was awesome. And again, Manchester Arena erupts with yes chants. They've been behind Bryan from the beginning, and Daniel Bryan goes from strength to strength. Referee checking on Cassius Ohno. Bryan, oh no! I should have known better. why Cesaro decided not to come to ringside. He was waiting for an opportunity and he got one. Our official still checking on Cassius Ohno and hasn't seen a single thing. Now Ohno getting up to his feet. And BRYAN was laid out with that very European uppercut. And now BRYAN comes around, but Daniel Bryan's not with it. He's really not. He's up to a knee. And Cassius Ohno. Oh no. Rolling elbow. KO. 1, 2, 3. You son of a. Every week, these two somehow cause havoc. And they've done it again. You see how the matchup unfolded. The tope suicida from BRYAN. He was on the verge of victory. And then this. Cesaro coming down the ring ramp. The uppercut. And then, a KO. The rolling elbow to the back of the head. Daniel Bryan is out. Cassius Ohno scores the victory with help from his tag team partner Cesaro. The Kings win. And this is exactly why Daniel Bryan wanted Drew McIntyre's help. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SmackDown, and it is time to get rowdy. The baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, is here in the UK, in Manchester Arena, and it is the moment we've all been waiting for. When, where, and who will Ronda Rousey take on in her first matchup in WWE? The former UFC Bantamweight Women's Champion has arrived, and we can't wait for her to be a part of SmackDown. Over to you, Ronda. Wow, Ronda Rousey will compete at our first SmackDown pay-per-view, and she will take on none other than the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Well, Ronda Rousey not taking things easy at all. She will take on Charlotte Flair at our first SmackDown pay-per-view, Payback. More details on this pay-per-view coming soon, but Rousey is going to get rowdy. Join us at Payback. Welcome back to SmackDown, and it is time for our main event, and it is a huge one. We saw him in action this past Monday, and the Ring General, Walter, is here on SmackDown, and he has an open challenge to the entire SmackDown locker room. Who is going to step up to take on the Ring General, the leader of Imperium, Walter? If you did not see Walter against Lars Sullivan this past Monday, you are missing out. And, oh, hold on a minute. For the Big Show talking with Shane McMahon backstage and asking Shane McMahon, can we take 5 minutes? I just need to do something. What is this all about? I don't really know, but Shane McMahon saying, sure, go for it. Well, the GM and his heavy, the Big Show, discussing something backstage. But right now, we must focus on the matchup at hand. Our main event, featuring Walter, and who will pick up the challenge against the Ring General as, again, the Big Show now in the locker room area. I don't know what is going on backstage, but Walter will take on somebody of the SmackDown locker room. And after this past Monday, you have got to be crazy to take on the Ring General and those chops that he likes to dish out. So who's it gonna be? What? Wait a minute. No. Surely not. Surely it can't be. No way. Don't tell me that the 7-foot-tall, 500-pound Big Show has decided to take up the challenge of the Ring General. We saw him head to the locker room. He's changed and ready to go. I cannot believe this. This past Monday, Lars Sullivan and Walter teared the house down on Raw. That was a huge contest. This contest is massive. A mammoth, massive main event in Manchester as the Big Show seemingly has accepted the challenge of Walter. I don't even know if Shane McMahon is aware of this. The Big Show said he had to go, and this is what it's for our main event. Well, regardless of what Shane McMahon thinks, this is happening. The open challenge was set by Walter for tonight's main event, and the Big Show has accepted it. Oh, and the Big Show getting right in the face of Walter, and Walter welcomes the Big Show with a chop, and the Big Show returns one of his own. Oh my! Oh! Good Lord! Did you hear that chop? And that one as well. And the Big Show with a big boot. Walter replies with a knee to the gut and a kick of his own. Sends the Big Show off the ropes. Picks up the Big Show. My God! One! Have you ever seen the Big Show picked up and manhandled like you've just seen from the Ring General? Uppercut from Walter. And the Big Show dragged to the corner. Like I said, this massive main event, unexpected. The Big Show deciding to accept the challenge. And if we thought that Lars Sullivan was big, well, this is bigger as the Big Show drives Walter down to the mat. And if anybody can compete with size, power and strength of Walter, we thought Lars Sullivan could. Well, the Big Show can and more. And let's not forget as well that Walter got the victory against Lars Sullivan in slightly, I'd say, controversial circumstances. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch Raw on demand. But right now, back to the action at hand, and Walter again picks up the Big Show and a running senton. Oh my, I can't believe it. No! I'm speechless. What did we just see? He picked up the Big Show like he's a 7-foot, 500-pound New Year's Eve baby. Well, I never. My God. Anyway, Walter continues to chop down the Big Show, sent to the corner, and a shot shotgun drop kick. I would say that was slightly more than a shotgun. The amount of impact stumbled the Big Show, but the Big Show's up and a super kick. 1, 2, on. Walter kicks out. This is the biggest challenge that Walter has ever faced, and it might be his undoing. The heavy of Shane McMahon, and he cannot get the Big Show up for that power bomb. I mean, he's already picked up the Big Show, but to be able to pick a man up for the power bomb, I'm not so sure. And now the Big Show brings the action to the outside, and it's very evident that the Big Show was up for this challenge. He wanted this match. He heard earlier today that Walter was going to be here, and that's why he had to bolt and leave Shane McMahon to ensure that he was the first man out here, and he might just regret it. Pile driver on the concrete. Well, the Ring General isn't going to let up on anybody, including the Big Show. He's here tonight to put on a showcase of what Walter and Imperium are all about, and the Big Show is experiencing it firsthand. Show now up, sent off the ropes by Walter. Tries to, I think he was going to go to pick up the Big Show, but instead decided to tangle with the arm, and the Big Show breaks free, and the Big Show with a high knee that puts down Walter. And Walter, well, maybe Walter a little bit concussed, a little bit stunned by that knee. So to get to his feet is the Ring General, and the Big Show, well, the Big Show has no trouble in picking up Walter. And the Big Show attempting to roll back the years to show he still is a dangerous giant to be feared, and at the moment Walter is seeing just that. Oh! Has the Big Show weathered the storm of the Ring General? Punch to the gut, and that took the breath away of Walter, and a headbutt. Down goes Walter. And you must remember, he was in that car crash of a match with Lars Sullivan. Did you hear that chop on the outside? And that was only a couple of days ago. So has Walter truly recovered to take on this sort of challenge? I don't think he would have expected the Big Show to have accepted this when this challenge was made and this offer was made to the locker room. Up to 5, head first. And the Big Show stamping his authority. Up to 7. We could have a count out here in our main event. Oh! Up to 8, and the Big Show's decided that's enough. 9. Oh, maybe not. Well, the Big Show could have took the count out, but maybe he feels he's got Walter so dazed, in such an amount of trouble, he can put Walter away for the 3, and the Big Show with a shoulder tackle, and Walter is all over the place at the moment. Can't get his bearings. Scooped up again and driven down. Is there anything left of Walter? Has that match on Monday taken its toll? Big Show heads up. This could be all. And Big Show almost taunting Walter. Oh, and he took too long. Uppercut from Walter. Boot to the gut. No, no, no! Power bomb! 1, 2, oh! And Walter, a shake of the head, but he came close. I hope you're enjoying this contest as much as I am between these two mammoths. And now the submission from the Ring General. And the Big Show, using that strength, that core power, gets up and, oh, well, that strike would usually knock out a normal man. But 2 only puts Walter down to a knee. Now, choke slam! He's got it. No! Walter kicked out. Walter kicked out of the choke slam. And the Big Show, oh, the Big Show wants him up. Is he looking for a spear? We've seen Big Show deliver that in the past. Comes in and Walter. Well, Walter put the brakes on and the Big Show, smartly, wisely, maybe going off instinct, bails out. If you're just joining us, the Big Show accepting the open challenge of the Ring General. In our final telecast show here in the UK before we head back to the States, of course we've got SmackDown Dark to come tomorrow. But this is our final big night with a big main event and a big power bomb. It's over. 1, 2, no! What is it gonna take? Well, Walter has a look, has a think. And now what's Walter thinking? Taking the Big Show to the corner. These 2, not one, oh. Well, look at the ropes. They've walked from these 2 men. No. Oh my God!